Hello and welcome to BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. In an age where most banks partner with businesses only for the short term, the Bank of Industry stands out as a development finance institution that sticks closer than a brother. They hold their customers by the hand through the thick and thin experiences of entrepreneurship. Today on the program, we'll show you an enterprise that has enjoyed the unalloyed support of the Bank of Industry since 2006. Located in Owerri, the Imo State capital, Jim Cord produces a variety of building materials from nails, iron binders, and roofing sheets to doors. They are a full-time beneficiary of loans from the Bank of Industry. From Owerri, we also head to Nasarawa, North Central Nigeria, where the Bank of Industry helped nurture a young man's dream of owning a fish farm to reality through the Youth Entrepreneurship Support Scheme, also known as YESP. Not only has Mejida Fish Farm become self-sustaining, growing in leaps and bounds, today, Ibrahim Umar can dare to dream even bigger. Many thanks to the Bank of Industry. Stay close.
Starting your business shouldn't be a scare when you have the right support. Support that helps you grow. Support that helps you expand beyond borders. And this support extends to every single person on the value chain. All the way down to the leaders of the next generation. At Bank of Industry, we believe that supporting one is supporting all, with a system set up to provide financial and advisory support for growing and large businesses. Visit any of our offices, website, or social media pages to get in on how you can benefit from this today. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
Our search of the Bank of Industry's intervention in the building and construction subsector brings us to Owerri, the Imo State capital. Registered in 1989, Jim Cord was established to produce steel products like nails, binding wires, cutter rod, and embossed doors. In 2006, they approached the Bank of Industry and got the supports to establish an aluminium roofing sheet production line in Owerri, effectively making them a leading local producer of nails, roofing sheets, and sundry products in Imo State. Mr. Iheanacho says that intervention would be the first of 4 levels of support received from the Bank of Industry.
You are welcome to Jim Cord Aluminium Factory Limited, Owerri, Imo State. And here we are, is our aluminium factory. And the machine you are seeing is used to make ridge caps for Metcopo ridge cap. But this machine is designed such that it will match step ties Metcopo.
What's the capacity of this machine, for instance?
This machine can make up to 20 tons a day if there are jobs, because the machine works on order, especially on order. So if there are orders, it can work up to 20 tons.
All right. How about this?
This one is the machine I call Metcopo machine. Metcopo is a new type of step ties design, a new design of step ties. And the name is popularly called Metcopo. And you can see. This one, when you finish corrugation, the raw material is 1,500 mm, 1,200 mm. But after corrugation, you will get 1,000. So let me take you to the other side of our factory, the steel section of our factory. This is our guillotine machine. It cuts steel plates into the size that we will use for making doors. This machine you are looking here is purely to emboss steel plates to do design. This machine is called power press.
Can you give us a sense of a history? How long have you been in business and how did you start?
I'm an accountant by profession, and I worked. During the time I was working, I worked closely with some engineers, and their work motivated me to think what actually I can do after work. And that's it. I came through feasibility studies. I found out that there is no company doing nails in Imo State. Then I ventured into it. My business started in 1989. I registered the company, Jim Cord Interviews Limited. And by 1999, I started production of steel products, namely nails, binding wire, and quarter rods. As we go, we find out that we need to expand, we need to diversify into the building sector of the economy. And then I talked about the roofing sheets. So by 2006, I applied to Bank of Industry and they gave me a loan with which we established aluminum roofing sheet in Owerri here.
You have gotten loans from the Bank of Industry for 4 times now. I would like you to tell me each of the times, what did you use the loans for?
We got one in 2006, and we used it to buy all our roof formers from Korea, generators, forklifts, and all that we started. By 2012, we went to them again for working capital. Because in aluminum business, you must have a lot of stock. Customers will want to see stock, that you have stock. So in order to see that we have enough stock, we require a lot of money. So we have stock, different colors, different gauges. So we need to stock our place. So we did it. Went to Bank of Industry, and we were successful. We paid immediately without defaults. So they gave us the third one. And then by 2016, I asked for another working capital, which also they gave us, with which we now buy both this aluminum core and then the steel plates we use in this door business.
How many people are employed here?
56 people working here, 56.
What are your inherent challenges?
One is the capital, which Bank of Industry has been able to solve. Another problem is the area we are situated or located. That is the Onitsha Road industrial layout. The roads are not too good, but recently the state government promised that they will have to do something on the road, and we are waiting. Because if the road is bad, customers will not find it easy to come.
Let's talk about the last loan you got. That was in 2016.
That loan was given to me as working capital to buy the steel plates as well as aluminum coils. And it really helped us, really. Because at that time, commercial banks were asking 40%, 35%, and big percentage. And I cried to them to say that all the effort you have put here will soon be a thing of the past if you don't come to my aid. And really, they came to my aid and gave me that working capital. Because of that, the kind of person I am, and to reciprocate a good gesture. So I think we are doing well. We are conscious of that money. We know that if we go, do it very well, they will give us more. And they will have more to give other people. Idea Bank of Industry. How they process people's applications shows that they are really interested in development of industry. Because when you apply, you don't need to know the MD or the MD to know that before. If not for Bank of Industry, this company would have got some problem in terms of competition, because a commercial bank will ask for a lot of interest, while a Bank of Industry is highly subsidized, and that helped to put us into business.
After we left Jincode Factory in Owerri, we headed to the Bank of Industry's regional office in Enugu to speak with the bank's regional manager there, Mr. Obaro Osa. He told us about the outlook of the bank's operation there, and more specifically, the business case for supporting Jincode, a key player in the construction industry. What's your plan for this region?
Our plan, because it's a team structure, I'm working with my team, is to grow the balance sheets and deepen the business in this region. We want to see how we can to double our balance sheet. We had some growth last year. We want to do more this year. We also want to ensure that we have relations with all the state governments and deepen that. We want to build, do so much work in the cluster market area, especially fashion and leather in Aba area. We want to see how we can play in the artisanal mining subsector, especially in Ebonyi State, using the artisanal mining program that the bank has developed and has been approved. We want to see how we can work more within the rice value chain, the palm oil value chain, okay, the cassava value chain. These are products that are valuable from generation to generation. The difference is value addition. How do we get people to set up businesses in these agro-based commodities, which raw materials are locally available, so that we can make impact, they can create jobs, employ more people, and of course it addresses urban migration, it addresses poverty, it grows the GDP, it also creates jobs for people.
I've spoken to some clients of the Bank of Industry who have said that they would love the Bank of Industry to support projects that prop up, after the original loan has been disbursed. For instance, someone who starts a company and then realizes that he needs a water recycling plant and it's not part of the original plan. What is the disposition of the Bank of Industry towards those kind of, in quote, unforeseen projects or unforeseen circumstances?
Every business, you can either backward integrate or forward integrate. And either way, the Bank of Industry will provide support for you. So if you start originally and you think that you don't want to go back to developing your raw material source, we can support you because it also involves technology. It involves a business model, okay? We can support you. If you want to do forward integration by maybe moving your current product into a higher advanced stage before it gets to the market, it also involves technology and a business model. So whichever way you are, we can support you. The critical point is that you're adding value, and there's a business model, and that involves employing people, and you have that ability to repay the bank facility, because what we are doing is loan. So once the model is right, and we can see clearly the revenue profile and revenue line that you can actually pay, that business can generate enough revenue to repay the facility, and of course give some returns to the shareholders or people who are taking the risk, the investors, okay, and of course create jobs for people and grow our GDP, the Bank of Industry will support it.
I saw a gentleman, the client of the Bank of Industries in Wari. He produces embossed iron doors. What's your motivation for supporting that business?
GM Cords is a long customer of the bank. He has so far taken 3 loans, and there's a 4th one. So he's qualified for the Hall of Fame. The first loan he took, he repaid satisfactorily. The second loan he took, she repaid satisfactorily. The 3rd loan he took, there was some change in the business model, so we have to change the process to the current loan that is running now. And his payment record has been very, very good. Okay, he is playing within the construction industry. Okay, so apart from doors, they also do roofing sheets. So they do doors, they do roofing sheets. So, and these are requirements for the construction industry. Of course, in an economic recession, you should expect a lull in that business. But for him, he has maintained a very good track record in terms of repayments. But we also expect that as Nigeria moves out of recession, the demand for its products is likely to increase. So for us, we're looking at the critical set of the economy. So construction is relevant for growth of any economy. So those who are players in that industry, either at the beginning, you are doing roofing sheets, you are doing doors, or after finishing, you are doing marble, you are doing things that you need to do finishing of your house or your factory or your business premises. The Bank of Industry will support it because these are all value-added services.